What made your parents beg a teenager for help? When I was 16, my mom and dad literally got on their knees and asked me to teach them how to use technology so they could stay connected with my deployed brother overseas during his deployment to Afghanistan. This was 2019, and my older brother Jake had just been deployed with his army unit. My parents had always been pretty low-tech people. They had flip phones and used the computer maybe once a week to check email. Before Jake left, he told them he'd be able to video chat with us using apps like WhatsApp and FaceTime, but my parents had no idea how any of that worked. They figured they'd learn as they went. The first week after Jake deployed, he tried calling them on WhatsApp. My mom answered, but couldn't figure out how to turn on the video. She spent 20 minutes talking to a black screen while Jake tried to walk her through it from thousands of miles away. My dad attempted to download Skype on their ancient laptop, but somehow ended up with 3 different video calling apps and couldn't figure out which one Jake was using. He was getting frustrated because he kept missing Jake's calls. After 2 weeks of failed video calls and technical disasters, my parents were desperate. They realized they were missing precious opportunities to see and talk to Jake during his limited free time. One evening, they both came into my room looking defeated. My mom actually had tears in her eyes, and my dad looked more humble than I'd ever seen him. "Sweetheart," my mom said, "we need your help. We know you think we're hopeless with technology, but we're begging you to teach us. We just want to see your brother's face." My dad, who had always been too proud to admit he didn't understand something, got down on one knee next to my bed. "Please, kiddo, I'll do whatever it takes to learn this stuff. I just want to talk to my son." Seeing my tough, stubborn father literally begging me for help was the moment I realized how much they were hurting. They weren't just struggling with technology, they were struggling to maintain their connection with Jake during the scariest time in their lives. I spent the next 3 hours teaching them everything: how to answer video calls, how to use the camera, how to send photos and messages. My mom took notes like she was studying for a final exam. We practiced until they could answer a video call without help. I showed them how to adjust the volume, how to mute themselves, how to switch between front and back cameras. I even taught them how to take screenshots so they could save pictures of Jake. My dad had me write down step-by-step instructions on index cards that he kept next to the computer. My mom practiced the finger gestures over and over until she could swipe and tap without thinking about it. By the end of the night, they were successfully video chatting with each other between rooms in our house, laughing like little kids who'd just learned to ride bikes. The next time Jake called, they were ready. I heard my mom crying happy tears when she saw his face clearly for the first time since he'd left. My dad kept saying, "I can see you. I can actually see you." Over the following months, my parents became surprisingly tech savvy. They learned to text, send photos, and even started using social media to follow Jake's unit's update. My mom became the family's Facebook expert. They started sending Jake care packages with handwritten notes about what they'd learned on their phones that week. Dad would text Jake random dad jokes throughout the day, and mom learned to send voice messages when typing felt too slow. When Jake came home a year later, the first thing he said to me was, "Thank you for teaching them. Those video calls saved my sanity over there." Sometimes the people who raised you need you to teach them something new. And sometimes that's exactly when you realize you're not just their child anymore. You're their partner in keeping the family together.